In this video, we're going to explore the ride-sharing feature recently integrated into the latest version of VivoCabs. Ride-sharing allows multiple passengers to share a ride, reducing costs and optimizing travel efficiency. To put it simply, when someone books a ride and selects the shared ride option, the fare is lower, but they'll be traveling with other riders who also booked shared rides. The app automatically adjusts the route based on the pickup and drop-off sequence for all passengers in that ride. This feature is controlled through the admin panel, where the admin can activate or deactivate it for the app. To activate ride-sharing, log into the admin dashboard, go to Settings, then General, and open the Customer Rides tab. Scroll down to the ride-sharing settings and select the Activate Ride-Sharing Feature checkbox. Once activated, the feature can be configured based on specific preferences. First, set the geofencing radius in kilometers. This defines the distance within which ride requests will be sent to drivers in that geofenced area. Next, configure the single-seat ride-sharing discount, which applies when one person books a shared ride with one seat. Then, set the double-seat ride-sharing discount, which applies when two seats are booked under the shared ride option. Once the settings have been configured, the admin is then responsible for defining the shared ride vehicle type under the taxi vehicle type submodule. To set it up, the admin needs to add a new taxi vehicle type and configure its details, including service locations, price per kilometer, price per minute, base fare, distance included in the base fare, admin commission percentage, cancellation rules, vehicle capacity, and surcharge settings. Once configured, riders can choose the shared ride option instead of a luxury or SUV ride, making it a more cost-effective way to travel. Once the vehicle type is created, the system automatically applies the admin-defined ride-sharing discount to the total fare, which is calculated using the base fare, price per kilometer, and price per minute set for the vehicle type. After the setup is complete and the feature is activated, drivers with the appropriate vehicle type linked to the shared ride option can choose whether they want to offer this service or not. To activate this service from the driver's end, the driver needs to open the account management page on the driver app, navigate to Settings, and turn on the shared ride toggle switch. This will allow the driver to receive shared ride requests within the geofencing radius. For riders, booking a shared ride works similarly to booking an instant ride. The rider will need to select Instant Ride as the ride type to begin the booking process. This will direct them to a page where they can define the pickup and drop-off locations. The rider can also choose to schedule the shared ride for a later time, if needed. After setting the pickup and drop-off locations, the rider needs to search for the share vehicle type from the available options. Note that the initial price displayed is for booking one seat in a shared ride. Once the rider selects the share vehicle type option, the app will prompt them to choose how many seats they want to book. For example, if the rider selects 2 seats, the price will update accordingly. After confirming the number of seats, the rider can apply a coupon, choose to book the ride for someone else, and select a payment method. When everything is set, they need to tap Book, and the app will begin searching for nearby drivers offering shared ride services. The ride request sent to the nearby drivers includes the pickup and drop-off locations, ride type, total distance, estimated arrival time to the rider's destination, estimated pickup time, fare details, and since it is a shared ride, the number of passengers. When a driver accepts the request, the ride starts just like a regular ride. The driver arrives at the pickup location, marks the ride as ready, and the rider gets a notification. Once the rider enters the vehicle, the driver starts the ride by swiping right and entering the OTP shared by the rider. During the ride, if the driver still has empty seats and receives another shared ride request from a nearby rider within the geofenced area, they can choose to accept or decline it. If accepted, the app automatically adjusts the route based on the new pickup location. A notification will appear, informing the driver of the updated route and indicating which location is closest. For example, if the new pickup location is closer than the first rider's drop-off, the driver is rerouted to pick up the second rider first, as seen in this case. The driver can also check active rides at any time by tapping the Open Active Rides button, where they can manage the status of each ride. Once the second rider is picked up, the app re-evaluates the route again. If the second rider's drop-off location is closer than the first rider's, the app prioritizes dropping them off first. If the first rider's drop-off is closer, the route adjusts accordingly, and a notification confirms the change. In short, the ride-sharing system continuously optimizes the route based on pickup and drop-off locations. As each rider reaches their destination, the driver marks the ride as completed, and the fare details appear for both the rider and the driver. If the rider selected cash as the payment method, they must provide the payment before exiting the vehicle. The driver then continues the ride for the remaining passengers until the shared ride is completed. However, it is important to note that at any point during the shared ride, if there are empty seats, the driver will continue receiving shared ride requests. When a new request is accepted, the system adjusts the route accordingly, following the same process. This cycle repeats until the driver stops receiving or accepting shared ride requests. Once the last rider is dropped off and the ride ends, the driver is directed back to the home screen to await the next ride request. In conclusion, ride-sharing benefits both riders and drivers. Riders get a more affordable way to travel, while drivers maximize their earnings by accommodating multiple passengers in a single trip. This feature makes VivoCabs a cost-effective and an efficient transportation solution for everyone. Get in touch with us today to experience the future of transportation and build your own ride-hailing app with VivoCabs.